Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of the Trying Hard podcast. And today we have a very special guest. I am honored to even ano ba, call him friend. I'll go as far as that. Kiniklaim ko na. Now we're friends. We had the opportunity to meet a couple of times personally, pero I really am happy na we get to interact online. A fellow Piscean. Medyo aligned din in a lot of ways. He needs no introduction, pero introduce ko na rin, content creator extraordinaire and someone who is very brave when it comes to talking about the difficult things in life. We have the one and only Macoy Dubs, or to me just Macoy, in the podcast today. Hi, Macoy.
Hello everyone, and hello to Coach Lyqa and to all your listeners. First of all, maraming salamat. Thank you very much for inviting me to your podcast, and I'm very excited to share kung ano man ang mga pwede nating ma-share, also to educate and help your listeners. So hello. I really hope, Coach Lyqa, that you're doing well. And sa mga listeners din natin, I hope maayos kayong lahat ngayon dyan. Laban lang.
Yes. I think loaded question na these days yung tanong na kumusta ka no? Parang dati kasi parang niceties lang siya, polite lang na greeting. Pero now, if you wait and really listen to people, yung kumusta ka can go from a few seconds lang up to, say, hours ng malalim na conversation. So, thank you. Thank you for being with us, Macoy. I'll go straight to the question.
Thank you, Dan. Really excited.
Again, salamat ha. Alam ko siningit mo lang to sa iyong sobrang busy schedule. So,
Oy, grabe, hindi naman. Pero syempre, yung mga ganito kasing pagkakataon, kailangan natin paglaanan ng time because we need to be more, inclusive, and we need to make, we need to make contents like this to help our followers and listeners as well.
Well, thank you, Makoy. So, I'll ask you the question na, no? So, ano ba? Trying hard ka rin ba?
Alam mo, Coach Lyqa, sa totoo lang, yes. Marami akong moments in life, lalo na when I was in elementary, where I'm trying really hard to prove myself to my parents. Kasi nga, since I grew up with the separated parents, no, with a broken family, it's really hard for me to cope up, no, with the changes na nangyari sa buhay ko when I was little. So, trying hard in a way wherein I need to get good grades, I need to be on top of the class, I need to join several organizations when I was studying all the way throughout in college just to prove myself. And syempre, parang bilang ayaw ko rin kasi na napapahiya ako, I'm really trying hard to be more, no, to be more intuitive, to be more understanding. Hindi ako competitive pero trying hard in a way na healthy competition dapat.
Yan. Yeah. I guess with I'd say this, no, parang hindi ako mapalagay din na hindi ko nabigay yung lahat. I guess that's it. Hindi naman necessarily na competitive ka kasi looking at your katabi or kung ano yung grades ng mga kasabayan mo. Pero yung parang if I haven't pushed myself as far as I could, parang medyo kulang yung feeling na yan. So, thank you for that. Question number 1 na sa lahat eh. Pero again, this is a very special episode because it's also very dear to me. One of the topics na I feel we still need to talk about more, even though it's getting better na these days, is about mental health. And, one of the things na, one of the reasons why I really look up to you is that you're one of the few people who wasn't afraid to share that na you have struggled with your mental health, and that in many ways it's still an ongoing battle. And it is the same with me, but it took me longer for me to admit to that kasi may stigma laging I remember my mom always saying na pag sinabi mo yan, hindi ka na makakatrabaho, hindi ka nila pakikinggan, magkakaroon ng limited opportunities. So I guess question lang, why did you decide to say go public with that information na Parang why did you start to want to talk about things like this?
Mm. Kasi, well, thank you for opening this topic ko, no, coach. But I guess kasi the topic of mental health needs to be more discussed, and we
Mm,
need to be more open about this topic because we're one of the few countries wherein marami tayong cases na nadadiagnose every single day.
mm,
Para rin siyang pandemic, but
mm,
cold pandemic wherein yung ibang tao hindi na nila nare-realize na meron na pala silang pinagdadaanan.
mm,
And to the point na they are not aware of it. But
mm.
then they will realize it na lang kapag ka nagpa-check up na sila,
Yeah.
or kapag ka lumala na yung mga sintomas or yung episodes nila of anxiety or panic attacks. So I've decided to open this topic, or to be more vocal about my mental health state. It's because I want to let people know na kailangan natin 'tong pag-usapan,
Mm,
na yung stigma natin about mental health, about depression and anxiety, hindi ito masamang pag-usapan. And
mm,
whereas kailangan natin siyang gawing normal, na para din
mm,
bang katulad ng diabetes or hypertension, na hindi nakakahiyang pag-usapan, 'di ba?
mm,
Parang minsan kasi may mga ano tayo, 'di ba, may mga kakilala tayo na sobrang casual din pag-usapan ng diabetes, sobrang
totoo.
casual pag-usapan yung high blood, 'di ba? Yung
Bidahan pa, eh, bidahan pa. Mas mataas yung sa'kin, parang gano'n.
oo, totoo, yung parang mas mataas yung blood sugar ko kaysa sa'yo, wag
Mm,
kang mag-inarte diyan, yung mga gano'n, sobrang casual. And ako, bilang hindi kasi siya napapag-usapan in real life
mm,
masyado, online yung naging ano natin, safe space.
mm, yes.
Kaya kaya dun natin napagdesisyonan na mag-open up. So, the cause was really to discuss it more,
Hmm,
and for people na malaman nila na ay totoo nga pala, hindi to biro-biro lang, na
hmm,
hindi ka basta-basta pwedeng magsabi na baliw tong taong to, kasi 'di ba
hmm,
pwede rin maka-trigger 'yon.
yes.
Bagkus mas kailangan natin siyang pag-usapan kasi tulad nito, dumadaan tayo sa pandemic,
Hmm,
nararanasan natin 'to, coach.
hmm,
And I'm very, very sure, I have a strong feeling na every single day, marami ring mga tao ang mas mabibigat yung
yes.
pinagdadaanan, parang may mga suicide attempts din
Hmm,
sila.
hmm,
So, mas kailangan natin maging vocal about it para maramdaman din nila na
hmm,
hindi sila nag-iisa.
yeah.
Yun.
Oh, I agree. And can I just say this, no? Personal na to, Makoy, no? Pero,
Mm,
you posting about your own journey also gave me a lot of courage to start talking about my own.
mm,
Again, yun I feel is one of the contributions din ng decisions that you made. Eh, na one of the things that kids, and I would say kids kasi they're way younger than us, always
mm,
ask is, paano na po ako, ate? Kasi na-diagnose ako with BPD, bipolar disorder, na-diagnose ako with depression like you, ganyan.
mm,
Paano na ako, wala na ba akong option? And I guess sa generation natin, ako personally, yun yung experience ko eh, na parang
mm,
don't talk about your depression kasi hindi ka na ma-hire, hindi ka matatanggap sa opportunities kasi sasabihin nila, yun nga, there's something wrong with you. But
oo,
I guess seeing you and how successful you are in your field and how, yun nga, you're a visible persona out there. And seeing that you have that, you are enabling these kids, us, and maraming nanonood to start talking about their own struggles. So I
mm.
really thank you for that. Necessary yun eh. We hate the term role models, I feel, na parang, no role
Ay,
model.
grabe naman, grabe
No,
naman dun.
no.
Pero
Pe- Pero ano, I guess papayag tayo sa representation, I think. Na people
oo
can
naman.
kids can see na okay, it's not a
Mm,
death sentence for me if I have a mental
mm,
health disorder.
mm.
It's just going to be a different struggle, but I've
Yun.
seen people triumph like you.
Oo,
So, thank
salamat.
you.
And to add also, coach, it's also a call. I mean, tama yung nabanggit mo kanina na para rin alam ng mga bata, 'di ba?
Mm,
Alam ng kabataan na itong mga ganitong bagay, hindi naman ito na-experience lang ng isang nagtatrabaho. Na-experience din ito ng isang nag-aaral, 'di ba? mga estudyante or mga
Mm.
mas bata pa sa atin. And to the employees naman, this is also a call, no,
Mm.
for companies to be more, inclusive, and at the same time to promote mental health awareness.
Yes.
Kasi kailangan malaman ng mga companies ito na hindi lahat ng empleyado natin maayos ang mental health state. So
Mm.
kailangan natin gumawa ng mga policies and other objectives on how to make our workplace good for mental health, and
Yeah.
how to choose or how to hire people
Mm.
na maayos na maganda rin sa mental health nating lahat dito sa
Mm.
company. 'Di ba? Parang gano'n. 'Yun.
Yes, it's true. Yung prioritizing things lang. Kasi again, if we don't talk about the difficult things, then we won't have the opportunity to address them openly. And
Mm.
yes, totoo yun eh. Kasi it's good for the company, honestly, in the long run, to have all of these, sabihin na natin, benefits set up for employees, na meron kayong in-house na counselor, or at least sa medical card nila kasama yung counseling and therapy sessions.
Mm.
Kasi mangyayari lang nun, magiging mas productive yung mga employees mo. So, hindi siya option na these days. I think we should
Mm.
think the way na necessity na rin siya.
Yes.
Now, another question pala, Makoy. I know, again, we have limited time with you, pero I guess for those who are, again, struggling like us, or struggling
Mm.
along, or living their lives, are there some things that you, and ito ha, disclaimer pala, by the way, I'm not saying that you can self-diagnose or self-cure din ha, walang ganon here.
Yes.
We will put up a lot of resources din sa show notes and everything, no? Of course, get professional help. Pero what are certain precautions that you take? I
Mm.
think we have the same diagnosis kasi with dysthymia eh. And with
Yes,
me,
dystonia din sa'kin.
yeah,
Oo.
parang there are things na, okay, I have to, like, my physical exercise involved and things like that. Or what are some of the practical things that you do to at
Mm.
least keep it in check? Parang something like that.
Oo. I thank you, Coach Lyqa, no, for opening that up.
Mm.
Well, in terms of safety precautions, number one, importante talaga sa akin is
Mm.
good music, no. Nakakatawa man siyang pakinggan, or very parang sublime man siyang pakinggan, but good music is very
Mm.
important to me. Whenever I feel na I'm very, very alone, or parang
Mm.
feeling ko magti-trigger yung any symptom, I always listen to good music, no?
Mm.
Calming music is very important.
Mm.
Kasi meron ngang mga pag-aaral, may mga studies na nagsasabi na
Mm.
ang pakikinig sa music na nakaka-relax will actually calm your thoughts.
Yes.
It will actually clear your mind, 'di ba?
Mm.
It will also make your mind produce, good hormones,
Happy
and
hormones.
totoo, and at the same time, parang meron kang maaalala, memory, na na-associate mo dun
Yeah.
sa kantang yon. So, maganda
Mm.
siyang ano. Number two is, important din sa akin yung you keep yourself busy.
Mm.
Meaning, kung halimbawang, I mean healthy busy kasi merong bad busy, merong good busy. So, ang ano natin dito, ang i-focus natin ay ang good busy.
Mm.
Example, you are very busy with your passion.
Mm.
You are very busy with your interests, 'di ba?
Mm.
Like for example, yung ganitong klaseng content, yung
Mm.
podcast mo, yung mga videos mo on YouTube where you are creating content to educate the people, to educate the youth.
Mm.
That's another kind of good busy.
Mm.
Um, if you have other activities like mahilig ka sa pagbabike, mahilig ka sa
Mm.
pag-gym, or mahilig ka sa pagsasayaw, that's also another part of being good busy.
Mm.
Pangatlo, para sa akin importante rin yung meaningful and fruitful relationships with other people.
Mm.
I would like to share lang, Coach Laika, na ako marami akong kaibigan,
Mm.
but I also choose my friends na good for my mental health, na
Mm.
good for my well-being also. Hindi naman sa sinasabi ko na makipagkaibigan kayo kung kani-kanino, 'di ba? Or parang if feeling close niyo na agad-agad. But you assess, 'di ba? You choose the right people for your well-being. Napaka-importante kasi nun eh. Kasi mamaya meron kang kaibigan or kakilala na hindi kayo same ng ideologies in life, hindi kayo
Yeah.
same ng
Mm.
philosophies. Huwag na tayo lumayo, maybe hindi rin kayo same ng political stand.
Mm.
If that's something na hindi makakaganda sa mental health mo in the long run, then you are free to, to pause and
Mhm.
medyo humiwalay muna sa circle,
Yeah.
'di ba?
Mhm.
But also choose the people na pwede mong makausap every weekend or maybe in a weekday wherein magkakape lang kayo and then
Mhm.
pag-uusapan nyo ang buhay. Yung mga ganyan, maganda kasing realization yan. Yan ang na-realize ko eh when I was growing, na etong tumatanda ako. Because parang nung college ako, sobrang pariwara ako na, ay sige friend, go, 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 laban, ganyan. Parang halos lahat kinakaibigan ko.
Mm.
Siyempre, masaya eh, college eh, di ba?
Mm.
Pero pagka tumatanda ka na talaga pala, coach, doon ko na lang na-realize na, oo nga no, may mga nawawala rin pala talaga. Merong mga umaalis, pero
Yeah.
meron ding mga nakilala mo, tas babalik na lang ulit. Pero mas
Mhm.
better na pag bumalik. So
Mhm.
yun yung mga safety precautions or yung mga makakatulong sa atin, no, sa mga pinagdadaanan natin in life dahil kailangan natin ma-acknowledge na hindi lahat ng bagay sa mundo ay permanente. Parang tulad
Mhm.
nito pinagdadaanan natin wherein sometimes we have episodes, we have our panic attacks, we
Mhm.
have our we became anxious, di ba? Mga ganyan. Temporary lang 'to.
Yeah.
Di ba? Ano lang 'to, temporary lang. Pero ano lang, let's also look forward na mawawala rin yung mga ganyan, 'di ba?
Mhm.
Kaya nga
Yes.
sabi ko, acknowledge and okay lang 'yan. Okay lang na ma-experience pero 'wag itatatak sa isip, 'no? At 'wag rin
Mhm.
itatatak sa puso na, "Shocks, baka mamaya magka-panic attack na naman ako." 'Wag nating igaganon na ano, acknowledge na meron pero 'wag laging iisipin, 'yan.
Mhm. Yes. I think that's very important, no? And I guess yun din eh, yung kasi we always push for that na it's okay to not be okay. And that's true. That's perfectly true. But there's nothing wrong then with feeling a little bit discontented na, wait lang, I know I'm not okay, but I'm also not okay with being okay. With being not okay. Na parang I'm going to actively pursue the path that
Mm.
will lead me to a
Yes.
point na I will be better than I was before or
Agree.
than I am right now.
Mm.
Um, and that's it eh, na parang okay lang yun, may parang holy discontent, parang gano'n na parang okay
Mm.
lang. Hindi talaga ako kontento na ganito na lang forever.
Mm.
Minsan kasi nagiging ano ba, dito na papasok yung again, this is I'm not generalizing ha, pero there are certain situations na parang I can use my disorder, right? I can use my
Oo.
weakness as an excuse
Mm.
to not be professional, to not show up, to like, abuse the people around me kasi I need you kasi I have this disorder, I have this as a crutch,
Mm.
as an excuse.
Yes.
The idea is again with the entire trying hard idea would be I hope that the listeners who are listening to this right now, it's not wrong to take just kahit a little bit of a step lang towards the right direction.
Mm.
Pwedeng hindi makontento sa
Oo,
ka ngayon.
totoo 'yan. Agree ako with you, coach, like 100% agree because, um, 'pag hindi ka naman nakontento, hindi naman ibig sabihin na greedy ka, right? Parang
Yes.
because you want the best for yourself. You
Mm.
want the best not just for yourself, but also when you want the best kasi for yourself, domino effect eh.
Yes.
Pati
You
sa
can be
ibang
the best
tao,
for others.
correct, they will
Yeah.
benefit also.
Mm.
Parang ano lang, parang tulad lang ng sinabi ni ni RuPaul na parang
Yeah.
kung ididikit natin sa pag-ibig, total Feb ibig naman,
Yes.
February love month. Parang if you cannot love yourself, how the
Mhm.
hell
Can
can
you
you
love
love somebody else? Parang tulad din sa contentment, 'di ba, coach? So
someone?
I really agree with that.
Mm. Yeah. And again, with me being super vulnerable naman dito sa trying hard, let me just share that, no. At the end of the year last year, I actually came
Mm.
face to face with that. Kasi as in out of frustration, parang ganun, I was having a
Oo.
difficult time. The anxiety panics were back and stuff like that. I told Zandy, sabi ko, siguro kung okay ako, like kung hindi ako ganito ka unstable or mentally not in a good place, psychologically not in a good place, sana ang dami ko pang nagagawa. Sana hindi ako limited. Kasi yun, of course, nagbawas ako ng content, nagbawas ako ng mga speaking engagements. Hindi ako 100% eh. Sabi ko, hindi ko
Mm.
maibigay yung lahat ko. So, I guess
Oo.
that's a prompt eh, na hindi nga entirely selfish to prioritize yourself. Kasi that's a step towards becoming a better you and becoming a better person for other people to lean on. Makoy, ano na, medyo winding down kasi I know, again, sobrang fruitful na nito and I hope this won't be the last time. Like, I have a
Oo
lot.
naman, oo naman. Marami pa tayong pagkakataon. I'm very sure, Coach, that even after
Mm,
this episode and pag may
mm,
next tayo ulit, I'm very
mm.
sure na marami pa tayong pagtatrabahuan together. It's
Oo.
just that medyo limited ang ating
Mm,
movements because of the pandemic, because of
yeah.
our current situation right now. But trust, trust is
Mm.
really important. Magtiwala ka lang, babalik tayo sa normal.
Yes, yes, definitely. And I'm really grateful kasi I saw you before you were on Julie to that transition to who you are right now. And I'm again very grateful to be like a silent watcher no entire process na yun and be your friend. So
Thank you.
I guess quick question kasi ano may naisip ako talaga na okay next time para alam ko na yung magiging next episode natin
Oo.
Makoy. The paradox of having anxiety and still being in front of the screen and cameras and everywhere. Like, um,
Mm.
yung medyo may onting, I think we can explore that next time. But last na, siguro message na lang.
Mm.
Um, message to those who are, say, struggling. Like, it doesn't
Mm.
have to be naman na you have an actual diagnosed mental disorder, but
Oo.
you feel like there's something you're working towards and you're struggling. For the
Mm.
stragglers and the people who are lost like us, I guess I
Yes.
just us,
Mm.
trying hard to be okay. Any message for them?
Um, Heartfelt, no? Of course, from the heart. You know, uh, alam mo, may mga panahon din talaga, ako personally I'm
Mm.
a struggler also, no? So, may mga panahon din, coach, na parang minsan ang hirap-hirap bumangon sa umaga.
Mm.
Not because nagpuyat ako,
Yeah.
not because kompleto ako sa tulog or
Mm.
sobra ako sa tulog, pero ang daming panahon, ang daming times minsan na ang ayokong bumangon, na
Mm.
parang gusto ko magstay na lang sa kama the whole day and manood ng kung ano-ano, magbasa ng libro. Parang minsan gusto mo lang magpakawala sa kung ano yung reality, 'di ba? And that's a sign of struggle because it means na meron kang pinagdadaanan.
Mm.
That's why you also need to acknowledge it. So ako ang mensahe ko talaga sa mga strugglers natin, sa mga strugglers like us, number one, you need to acknowledge what you are going through right now.
Mm.
Kailangan alam mo siya. Kailangan i-acknowledge mo na, okay, Makoy, alam kong meron kang pinagdadaanan ngayon.
Mm.
Alam kong meron kang pinagdadaanan ngayon, ngunit magtiwala ka lang na lilipas din yan. 'Di ba?
Mm.
Matatapos din to. Second, sa mga nagsistruggle, choose the right people, no? Piliin
Mm.
mo yung mga tao na pwede mo rin makasama sa struggles mo.
Yeah.
But without dragging them down dun din sa
Mm.
struggles mo na parang ipapasok mo rin sila dun sa sitwasyon mo. But rather, piliin mo yung mga tao na willing makinig.
Mm.
Na,
Yes.
uy, friend, meron lang akong pinagdadaanan. I just wanna share with you that I'm going through with this
Mm.
and I'm talking to you about this because I just want to let you know na sana magstay ka, na sana kung
Mm.
ano man pinagdadaanan ko ngayon, wag mo akong iwan. And
Mm.
try nyo lang yun gawin na i-acknowledge nyo, mag-message kayo sa mga friends nyo. They will appreciate that. And you
Mm.
will realize and you will know na, ay, oo nga, no, shucks. Ito yung mga tao na nagstay.
Mm.
'Di ba? And you will know who to keep forever, 'di ba?
Mm.
Yon, but lastly also, look on the brighter side, no?
Mm.
Brighter side but not to being parang toxic positivity levels.
Mm.
just like what I've said to my mom, no, na nung may mga pinagdadaanan kami when I was in high school. Kasi hindi man ako laki sa yaman eh. Sabi ko, kung ano man ang mga pinagdadaanan natin ngayon, malalagpasan natin yan. So, my last message would be, just realize and just notice that in 1 year, we have 365 days.
Yeah.
Hindi naman araw-araw umuulan, 'di ba? Hindi naman araw-araw bumabagyo, 'di ba? Hindi naman araw-araw may unos or may baha, 'di ba? So kung i-relate natin siya sa mga struggles, mga pinagdadaanan natin in life, you will realize and you will notice na sa loob ng 365 days, mas marami pa ring araw.
Yeah.
Mas marami pa ring mga araw na nandyan ang ulap, na nandyan ang sun, di ba? Ang haring araw at may hangin pa rin. You are still alive. That's why, just also acknowledge the fact na kapag buhay ka everyday, it's a chance na mawawala rin ang struggle. Yon. So, yun yung ano ko eh, yun yung lagi kong mantra eh. Na kaya pag meron akong pinagdadaanan, yun ang mindset ko, coach, na lilipas din to. Hindi naman everyday umuulan eh. 'Di ba? Yun.
Yes. Yun nga yung embedded na sa word yung meaning eh, no? Pinagdadaanan. Kasi dinadaanan lang siya eh.
Oo, correct. Malalagpasan kasi.
Yes, there has to be movement. And that's true, no? I guess, I know it's a rather twisted way of thinking about things, but this is how I tend to think about things. If today is so terrible, and I know that it's terrible, it's because I've had better days before. And if I've had better days than this before, then it's a possibility that I will have better days in the future. So I know it's a rather privileged way of looking at things pa rin, pero that's my perspective. Like kaya may point of comparison ako sa kung gaano kapangit yung panahon ngayon. It's because meron dati na mas okay eh. So kung nangyari yun dati, there's a possibility na may better days than this. Hopefully, may onting hope, I guess, that can be taken away from that. What you said, daanan lahat and having the right people. This is very valuable din, advice. Listen to that, guys. I know, pag bata ka, a quantity of friends ang importante para pag tumatanda ka, quality na ng friends yung importante. And of course, like having good music. Ano bang playlist mo, Macoy, kapag nag-relax ka? Ako, you mentioned RuPaul. Honestly, ang pick-up songs ko, RuPaul eh. Kapag nalulungkot ako.
Pick-up song ang RuPaul. The songs from, actually, songs from the band Perry, nakaka-uplift din. May country kasi, coach likes it. Country, pero yung iba sad, pero yung iba happy din. And, after this, I just wanna let you know that you should listen to Live Forever by the band Perry. Diba? Live Forever by the band Perry. Promise me and tag me on IG stories ha kapag nakinig ka. Kahit yung lang, kahit screenshot lang nung sa Spotify mo. When I was battling with dysthymia, when I knew that I was, diagnosed way back 2016, una kong narinig ang Live Forever sa radyo. And nung napakinggan ko siya, medyo yung lyrics, oo, hindi man ganun kalalim. Pero, for me, I had hope na I'm gonna live forever. But, I mean, not parang forever ka sa earth, di ba? Of course, we have eternal life naman sa heaven. But, yung live forever, I mean, you live at once and then just go with it, ganyan.
Sige, I promise to listen to it and tag you. And everyone listening din, if in case you listen to it and feel touched by it, tag us din. Or use the hashtag Trying Hard with Lyqa para we can find it online. Thank you, sir.
Oo naman.
Yeah. So, again, thank you, Macoy. I won't keep you for long.
Oo naman. Ako, super heartfelt and I really, really thank you, Coach Lyqa, because I just want to commend you also, for the past years that you are active on Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. Can we just say, and can we please acknowledge and commend Coach Lyqa, because we need people like you. We need people like you. Walang halong ka-etyosan. Kasi when you go to YouTube, when you go to Facebook, you'll see lots of content, 'di ba? Humor, everything, lahat.
Mm.
But few lang yung may education bit. Few
Mm.
lang yung merong life hack bit, yung merong life coach bit. So we need people like you because ikaw yung pangbalanse namin eh. Ikaw yung hope namin, 'di ba? Na meron akong pinagdadaanan. Gusto kong matutunan kung paano 'to. Kung paano ko matututunan ko, paano ko magiging better sa mga ginagawa ko. And trust me and believe me, si Coach Lyqa ang pinupuntahan nyo, 'di ba? So, 'yun, you need to support her. You need to support Coach
Oo.
Lyqa and commend her and acknowledge her efforts because hindi pwedeng tawa-tawa lang tayo all the way. We need to be, connected sa core natin. We need to be more connected sa kung ano yung ginagawa natin, sa core natin, sa life natin. So, Coach Lyqa, again, maraming maraming salamat for inviting me here.
Oh, grabe. Grabe, parang birthday ko na, Makoy. Salamat.
Hindi, so seryoso, walang eme. As in,
Salamat.
I mean, hindi tayo masyado nakakapag-usap on a daily
Yeah.
basis,
Mm.
but we know na meron kasing mga ganong kaibigan eh.
Mm.
Hindi mo everyday nakakausap, hindi every week, pero alam mo na pag nag-usap kayo, pag nagkita kayo, alam mo yung wavelength parehas.
Yeah.
'Di ba? Kasi meron kayong connection, meron kayong foundation. Yon.
True. And in many ways, I guess, shared suffering yun nga rin gets to be very communal and
Yes,
very comforting din sometimes. Makoy,
correct.
I'm saying this din, I guess, walang halong biro na if ever you need a friend, I'm here din for you. Like, I could be that person who will listen to you as well. So, thank you for your time today. Anything to say, plug na lang, Makoy, for them where they can find you, catch you. Ako, honestly, of course, I follow your TikTok, your Facebook for funny.
Grabe. Well, wala naman, but it's more of, acknowledging and appreciating what you are doing for us
Mm,
because you are producing quality content and, you are educating us. And it's
no.
more of recognizing and acknowledging your craft. And again, sobrang salamat. Sobrang maraming maraming salamat.
Salamat mo, Koy. And again, thank you for your time today. And everyone, you heard it from the man himself. Yes, your very own Aunt Julie. Uh, thank
Yes,
you.
Aunt Julie.
Talagang sabi ko, parang kailangan yata hiwalay yung guesting ni Aunt Julie. So, thank you, Makoy, for today.
Thank
And
you. Salamat.
I wish you well. Thank you for your time. And I'll talk to you soon.
Oo naman. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you, Coach Laika.
Love you
Bye-bye.
too. Bye.
Bye.